Hey everyone, in this video we'll be learning about skeleton loaders inside the list view whenever our image is getting loaded from the API as well as the web URL. So let's discuss about the FF image loading plugin that would be used inside this project, whereas we'll be using some of the skeleton GIF images whenever the image is getting loaded from the API as well as the web URL. So here I'll be taking a fresh blank Xamarin Forms app. You can see over here. Let's add the plugin that is FF image loading. That is really helpful to add the placeholder images. So here we'll be using FF image loading dot forms because we are using Xamarin Forms project, and you can read about the latest release of this plugin from the documentation. So here I'll directly add those package and then click on OK. So let's wait for some time. Then as per the documentation we need to add another plugin. So here I'll be adding again the FF image loading, not the forms one, and then install it on 3 project, that is our shared Android and iOS, and click on add. Now we'll be adding platform specific implementation, that is our iOS and the Android. So here below Xamarin Forms init, this is the platform specific implementation for iOS, whereas for Android we'll be adding it below the based on create, where it gets inherited from the FF image loading dot forms. So here you can see now I'll just change the boolean value of initialization of this renderer, that is our FF image loading renderer, as true. Then that completes our implementation. Let's create one UI where it is going to display a loader for our FF image loading. So here I'll be adding the FF image loading dot case, and which gets inherited from the namespace FF image loading. You can see over here that is from our Xamarin Forms FF image loading dot forms assembly. So now this completes the FF image loading cased image to be loaded on our Xamarin Forms mobile app. Alright, so here you can see our plugin, that is FF image loading.case image, just displayed our image from the source web URL. Now it's time to create one collection view and then reuse this plugin, that is our FF image loading.case image, inside that collection view. Let me add one collection view where we'll be binding its source from the view model. So you can see over here I have added FF image loading.case image plugin inside the data template of the collection view. It's just like a list view where it displays all its items from the view model. So binding the source from the view model source. So let me add a new view model class that is going to interact with the main page.xaml, where all the list items is going to tell to the view model that, okay, view model, please provide me a list of items for my collection view. So here main page view model is going to get inherited from the bindable object, and this is the class that has two properties, that is our id and obj images, and this class has a observable collection of that specific class list item. So this my list obj item is just a empty list which consists of this class object. So here we'll be creating different type of object for that my list obj item. So here it is the way in order to create a fake list of item, where it will take the property as one and obj image as some strings that would be sent for our main page collection view. So here I'll just create 4 object for that specific list. So here I'll just format it, and then here we'll be adding id for individual objects, and then along with the obj image as the image that would be a fake obj image as for this demo, but you will be taking it from the API whenever you are developing some real-time applications. So here let's go to the main page view model.cs asset now, and we'll be discussing about the bindings a little bit later. So here we'll be adding all the images for that specific object. Now in order to create a connection between main page and main page view model, there are different type of ways to create that, but here we'll be connecting it by this method, that is our binding content equals to new, and that is our view model that is now there is going to be a connection between the main page view model and the main page.xaml, where our collection view is going to take the object of the list item where specific object property is going to be binded, that is our obj images for all the list items. So here this collection view is going to take individual object item from the fake list that we have created from our view model. Alright, so here you can see our collection view is populating all the fake data from our view model class where web URL are getting binded. Now it's time to add some skeleton images before the web URL gets loaded, because sometimes the images that comes from the API are of bigger MB size, and it takes really great amount of time for those images to load. So in order to make user engagement better, we'll be using skeleton till the image loads from the web URL out of the API. At first we'll be going to lotifile.com, where we'll be logging it with the account that we possess. Then we'll be search for something like skeleton or something else that you really like of. So here you can see we'll have some skeleton images that will be loaded, and then you can see you can just use any of the skeleton images that you like as a GIF image. For this demo I'll be using this skeleton image, that is our Hanai. So clicking on it, you can see this is the skeleton image that I will be using it. And then here inside download section there is something called as GIF, as well as so we can just use some localization file too. But here in this video I'll be just using some of the GIF because it is of very less size. I'll be renaming that file that was just now downloaded to something like skeleton loading.gif, and then use it throughout the resources folder of Android and iOS. So you can see I'll be just dragging and dropping that GIF image to the resources folder of iOS, whereas the same goes for the resources drawable folder of Android. Now it's time to add that image placeholder. You can see loading placeholder as skeleton loading.gif, and then you can play around with error placeholder as well as transformer placeholder, and then case duration properties too. It depends upon you and the needs of what you really want to achieve. Here I'll be adding loading delay of 2000 millisecond, that is our 2 seconds of loading delay for the images that gets loaded from the web URL. But for your API, for your requirement, you don't need to add that loading delay of 2000 millisecond, that is the 2 second delay interval. So here within this 2 seconds it takes loader time, and then only the images are getting displayed from the web URL. That's all for this tutorial now. Thank you guys, thanks for watching. Keep in touch for next tutorials.